Hey all you super players out there, Ben Lourdes aka 5 Buck Lunch, and today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to sell your cards on Facebook. I know so a lot of people probably already done this before, or you've bought stuff on Facebook, but for those of you that haven't, if you have a bunch of extra cards, you're not using, no one at your locals needs them, you could sell them to your store, which is something you can certainly do. It's certainly much easier, but if you want to get a little bit more money for your cards, you can sell them online. There's a couple different ways to do this. I'm going to go through each of them. Also, I'm going to show you 3 different pages you can use as well. We're going to go over how to sell just as a price, how to sell as an auction, and how to sell as a RAS, which is another thing you can do. And so we're going to go ahead and start on Majin Buu's Candy Shop. The first thing you need to do is you got to take a picture with, there we go. So it's got to have your name and the date, and then whatever you're selling. I have these Championship Deck 2020s I got for topping the Vegas Regional that I want to get rid of because I don't really need any of the cards in them. So I took a picture with the date and the thing that I'm selling, which is these cards. Now, if you look here, you can see other people have put, so here's Don Vang, he's selling a bunch of green cards, and you just need to put your name and what card you're selling. So now that we've got a picture of what we're selling, the easiest way to sell is to just put a price, or you can even put no price. Like, for example, Donnie here didn't put a price. He's just asking people to PM him and give offers. But if you want to put a price, which is something I want to do, you just go in, add photos, and desktop, there we go. And here is my picture. And then you put a title, so 2020 Champ Pack for sale. You can put a price, which I'm going to put a price of $40. If you're selling a bunch of different things, different prices, it doesn't really actually matter what number you put in there. It's just something like Facebook displays. And then in the description, you want to make sure you put it whatever it is. So 1 pack of 2020 Championship. You want to put your price, if I can type correctly, which apparently I can't. Then you want to put your, let's get over here a little bit so you can see a little better. You want to make sure you put down how you want to get paid, which the usual way is PayPal. You can use Facebook Pay too, or Venmo, or anything like that. But you want to make sure you put it PayPal, and then I only accept friends and family. If it's your first time doing it, you might have to do it with a fee, just because people might not trust you yet. But I've sold in these groups before. People know me from my YouTube channel, from just meeting me at events and stuff. So I can request friends and family, so there's no fee. Also, it reduces your chance of getting scammed because they can't get your money back. But if you're buying something, it's the other way. So it's kind of a trust thing. All 3 of these groups have been very good so far at immediately banning any scammers. It hasn't happened very often, like once or twice. So it's pretty much just as safe as buying off TCG Player. Only or you pay fee. And then I'm not going to charge shipping. Because what I'm selling is very light, so I can just put it in a regular envelope with tracking. I think it costs like $3.80 or something like that. So I'm not going to worry about shipping. And PM for with interest. So something like this is a very simple, easy way to sell a card. This is the simplest way, as a matter of fact. All you do is put a price. If you don't have a price, just put to PM with interest, although a lot of people would just kind of pass that up. So yeah, all you got to do is do that, hit next, and then now one thing you could do, which I'm not going to do because I want to go through each one to show you, is I could now list all these in different groups. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do Majin Buu's Candy Shop and post. And why is my internet so slow? There we go. Boom. So now I've got my listing. All people have to do is PM, Facebook me, and PayPal me, and I'll ship it out. It's good to go. Next, we're going to go over how to do an auction. So when you make an auction post, it's a little more complicated. What you're doing is allowing people to bid on your item. So what you need is a description of the item, which for us obviously is 2020 Champ Pack And then starting bid, which for the site we're using, which is, or the page we're using rather, is always going to be $1. $1. It's DBS TCG Auction Center, which is very, very good. It's where I recommend you go for any type of auction stuff. You can also sell other ways on there too. They have a whole huge description, including Razes or waffles, which I'll go over what that is next. You put a buy it now on there, which sure, we'll put a $40 buy it now just in case. What that means is someone can call buy it now and they basically say, I'm going to buy it for $40. And then they don't have to worry about bidding anymore on that. So we need an end date, which I'm going to do it for 2 days. So it's the 7th. So we'll do it, let's see, tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 8th. Whoops. So 7/8/20 at, we'll go 9 p.m. Central. And then shipping, free shipping in US only. And that's one thing I forgot to put on the thing before is you want to mention that whether you want to ship outside the country or not, which with the pandemic stuff going on right now, I'd recommend not doing, but it's up to you. Payment type, PayPal, friends and family only, or you pay fees. Okay. So I'm all set to go here. I got my picture, which I already posted on there. So we just hit post, and we're good to go. It's being approved by an admin or a moderator. So it'll pop up once the admins get around to posting it. This is a very, very good group, by the way. I very much recommend it. Trey Faircloth, Puna runs it, which is another person in the Facebook thing. It also has, if you want to do one of the more complicated, it has all these rules in here for exactly how to do your posts and things like that in terms of auctions, waffles. If you want to, there's even more things like claim auctions, which are more complicated. If you want to go into that, describes all of those down there. I also want to show, I'm not going to do a waffle because they're a little bit more work and I don't really like doing them as much, but let's see if we can find, has these nice topic posts on here. Okay, so the way these work is like, so example, Rishi, which you actually might know who that is. So he's got 10 spots, or 8 spots at $10 each. So what that means is people would send you, 8 different people would send you $10 for this card. And then the moderator at a certain time, which is specified by your group, will go on and do a random number generator to see who wins. So basically you buy a spot and you might win the card. Something you might want to put out there, or even something you might want to have fun and participate in. Up to you. There's a couple more ways to do that too. I also want to briefly mention Zeno Black Market is another place you can go to do all the things we said before. I don't know if they have waffles or not, but in terms of just selling things or doing auctions, you can do it on there too. So if you have any quick questions, feel free to ask me. I do a little bit about this, not a lot. There's some people like Rishi and some other people. It's also a great place to go if you want to buy your cards for a little cheaper. Everyone tends to be pretty good in terms of like scams and stuff. It happens occasionally, but not very often. Just be careful, protect yourself. Most of these groups are pretty good. But yeah, so the 3 big ones, like I said, Zeno, TCG Auction Center, and Candy Shop. If you search in your thing, you'll have to be accepted in, but they pretty much accept everybody. Like you can see, so this one has almost 9,000, this one has 3,000, this one has 4,000. Like, they're pretty big groups. It's not like some small thing like that you have to really be scared of. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the description. Please like, subscribe, and go out there, play some Super, and have some fun.